Good day guys, Bing here. Today let's try this one. Okay, so I had a quick test, so looks quite nice. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so first we're going to create a new project. And okay, so and in this project we're going to use model in place mass. Okay, so first we need to draw let's draw a square shape on the ground floor. I use reference line roughly I'll just draw it roughly 15 meter. Okay, 15 meter by 15 meter, and then create a form. Pick the one on the left, solid, and I'll just type in maybe 12 meter. Okay, let's have a look in 3D view. So that's a solid box. So to make it easier to see it, we're going to select the whole thing and give it a material. I'm going to create a new material and give it a color, for example. And also I'll use render appearance in shading. So I'm going to change to shade so we can see the color. So now it's no longer a translucent box, it's a solid box. Okay, so the next step is we're going to cut the void. So we need to create some void, to create somehow, a void go inside and, up to the top. Okay, so let's go to floor plan. So I'm going to use spline for the path. So reference spline, and I'm going to draw it onto ground floor, so onto a flat surface. Okay, so maybe let me just try, maybe start from here, go here, here, and then finish here, for example. Okay, so and then let's change it to wireframe WF, so you can see the whole thing. So just you can adjust the shape anytime. Okay, so now let's go to 3D view, wireframe WF, and then we start to place profiles. So first I'm going to place one, use reference point, draw on face, and place it at this point, end point. So I'll just place it here, and then use reference. I'm going to use circle, draw on world plan, set world plan, and pick this world plan of this point and draw a circle, something like this. Okay, so maybe I want to maybe make it smaller. So we can start from a smaller profile, because sometimes when your profile is too big it won't work. Okay, so it will not work. And also I'm going to move this up. Okay, so start from here, maybe even a little bit more, maybe 200 up. Okay, so now this is profile 1, and then I'm going to select Control Z, select the point. Maybe I'll just delete this dimension. Select the point and the profile, CC, and copy the point and reference line. Select the point and pick new host. I'm going to pick onto this reference line. If you doesn't really matter where you place, you can place anywhere on this line, or you can just type in 0.5. It will be on the midpoint of this spline. Okay, and then just do another one, CC, and pick new host here. So now I'm going to move this to up in the roughly in the middle, maybe somewhere here, and move this to the roughly to the top. Okay, now I hang on, is that right? Anyway, should be all right. Now we try to create a form, and this is it. This is not it, but it's close. So this is a form. So if I change to SD, so you can see this is, so currently it's still a solid form. So we can select it and change it into a void, and then this void will automatically cut a solid. So you can see it's currently very small. We probably need to increase the size, right? So let's try. So this one, I'm going to change this to 3 meter. And also I want to, I don't want to cut this bit. So we can move it up a little bit. Yeah. And also, where's the other one? So wireframe WF, to change this one to 3 meter as well. And maybe this one to 3 meter. Okay, so now change it to SD, and actually I think yeah, so you can also have different size. For example, you can have this one 4 meter and still okay. And now maybe if we so maybe this one need to go up a little bit, because we don't want to have that. Yeah, so that's better. And also if you, so you can see that's a hole there. So if you don't want to have this hole, you probably need to change to a wireframe and then adjust the path. Adjust this one. So move these two back in a little bit more. Oh, sometimes it will break this. So you just need to be careful. So you can see a symbol. It tells you it won't work. Here it will work. Okay, so just do it slowly. Work, won't work. It also depends on the size of a profile. So when you have a big profile, so it breaks a lot. So just do it slowly. Like doesn't work. Work here. No. If this happens, maybe reduce the size. So, oops. Yep. This happens. Try different size. I think we are having some issue. You can see from here, so you can see it's at this point. It's twisted. Change to SD, so you can probably see that part. So you can see here. So that's some issue here. I think we can probably just reduce the size 3 meter in the middle. So this will, yeah, I think that's better. So, and once again, SD, maybe let's change this, try to adjust this a little bit more. Go back, yeah, try to not, cutting a hole on the wall. Okay, that's better. SD, yeah, all good. Now, that's, maybe we can just increase the size here. How about that? Yeah, all good. So now finish mass. Okay, so now let's just delete level 1 because we're going to create more. Okay, so go to level. So from this, we can see we are going to use this all like a floor as stairs. So I'm going to just copy this one up by 180, and then I'll just array it AR, and maybe 60. We need more. 70. Yeah, that's enough. Maybe 67. 66. Okay, that's all good. SA, select all, on group. Now we have all these levels, right? And we can go back to this mass and create mass flow. So shift, pick the last one, check, okay. So okay, so looks like we have some issue here. So you can see Revit won't be able to create mass flow from on these levels. So I think it's probably because if you select this mask, you can see all these twisted surface. I think that's probably the issue. So to resolve this one, I think we can adjust the profile. We can increase, maybe just increase the size. We can one way is reduce the size of these profiles. So let's just reduce them back to 3 meter, and also I'll try to this. Maybe we still need to move those out a little bit, just to increase this or the radius of this path. Okay, so let's try again. So finish mask and see what happens. Okay, so great. So this time there's no warning, nothing happened, which means all the mass flow, you can see all these lines here. They all each of these lines, they are a mass flow. So there's no thickness, but that's a so you can see it's a mass flow. And from this mass flow, we can create a floor. Okay, so now we can go architecture, floor, and floor by face. So click on this floor by face. So I'm going to just create a new floor. I'll just call it 50. Make it a thin floor. And OK, and select all these mass floor and click on create floors. And that's it. So and then we can just turn off the mass. Doesn't work. VV, let's go VV M, turn off the mass, and then we have all the floor. So these are, let me just VH the level. So yeah, it's all on the floor here. So you can see all the floor. So they are normal floor, but you can see because it's created by face, there's a update to face. So every time you go back to change the mass, and you can update them. Okay, so and I think that's okay. So that's part of this exercise. And also in this ones, it's a little bit hard to see, but there's some structure. It's just like beams to support all these floors. So what we can do, I think the easiest way to do this, and there might be different ways, can be also easy way to, but the one I will use is beam system. So first, to use beam system, we need to load a beam. So go beam, load, and so from usually just go to your Autodesk what's that called? Autodesk content. So on the structure framing, there's a wood. Just pick one of them. Doesn't really matter because we're going to create a new to match this size. Okay, so edit type. I'll just duplicate. Call it. We have 180 minus 50 is 130. Okay. And I'll just change this one to 130. So, and yeah, so that's it. And then, so this is a structure framing, a beam. And then we can just use beam system. So usually just set work plan, pick a plan. So for example, if I want to create those being under this floor, just pick this one and then just use pick line, tab, select. So by default, the first one you pick, line, is the direction of the beams. Okay, pick, finish, and then that's all the beams. And also, of course, you can change the spacing by just go there. So usually just maximum spacing, for example 600, and that's it. Okay, and then you can also select this beam system. So if you move your cursor to the edge of this beam system, you can see this blue line. You can pick it, Control C and escape, and then go to modify, align to the same place without click anything. You still have that new beam system selected. Edit work plan, pick a plan, okay, pick the other one, so go up. And also you can edit boundary, because these boundaries will be different to the previous one. So tab, delete, pick line, go, tab, pick, not this time, this direction, so it will go this way, right? So yeah, so you can do this, Control C again, paste, edit. You can do edit first. tab, pick, and set work plan, pick a plan, okay, pick this one, finish, and then wrong direction, so edit work boundary, yeah, pick direction, pick this one, finish. So now you can it's quite manual, but at least it's easier than than just place them one by one. And yeah, I think that's it. And also just a quick one. So a little tip about beam system. So when you create beam system, so for example, I'll just create another one. So draw it here, finish it. Okay, so I'll change this one to maximum space of actually fixed distance, maybe 450. And usually we know that we can always pick an edge, so either this one and this one, right? And you can also directly go beam system and draw, so you can draw it any direction. Once you draw this one, so you can see you can place it like this, and then you have the option to just justification. So use direct line. So for example, you want a beam like 200 from this edge. You can just go edit boundary. I'll just delete this one. You can draw a line. Draw this one. Maybe I use. There's no offset. I'll just draw a line parallel to that edge, and then just type in 200 here. So the first beam will always sit here, 200 from the edge. So you can control. This is a little tip for beam system. So for example, you want to use it here, you can always. So for example, you want this one to be always sit here with a distance. You can always go here, edit boundary. So instead of you pick this one, because if you pick this one, change the fixed distance, it will be, let me just try 600. Okay, so this is center. Center means from measure from center, either beginning, yeah, or end. Looks like no difference. But if you want to the first being offset from 200 offset from edge, you have to draw your line, draw your direction here, and then 200, and use this one direction line, and you will have the first one 200 offset from the edge. Okay, so this is a little tip for beam system, and that's it for today. And I think it's look quite close, but it can be quite hard. I think it can be quite hard to create, because you can see the void here is quite relatively quite large. But in Revit, once you probably will have some issue, but yeah, always try. You can always adjust, so you can make it slightly smaller and then increase the size and see how it goes. Okay, so that's it for today. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.